Buckets. That's the name of my boat. Buckets.
Buckets. What we get.
Not the only transfer we got from Florida. Keith Stone, too. Remember that.
Everybody who watches his show on a regular basis knows my love of the stretch four.
You know, we all make mistakes. He might have made one going to Tallahassee.
If y'all don't know. Dribble to the left, cross over to the right. Hurricane to the game, many buckets for the night. Matt with the pick and roll, Melissa with the give and go. This Shally-oo, pretty girl dunking in the hole. Check the scoreboard, this what we fall for. Beat the gameplay, they want an encore. Yeah, overtime for another round. It's buckets out the buckets, baby. You out of time. It's buckets. What it is, homie, it's buckets. Woo! We get buckets. Yeah, baby, buckets.
I have no shame.
I know. That's the problem.
You guys are awesome.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Buckets. I'm Matt. He's Vish. She's Melissa. Melissa, how are we doing tonight?
Happy New Year, Matt. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Have we had a show since the New Year? I don't think we have.
I don't think so.
Vish, are you freezing your tail off up there in DC?
It's a bit cool here, yes.
There's snow on the ground.
It's quite miserable, actually.
How's the weather by you, Matt?
Today was actually really windy out of nowhere. It was crazy, but it was like 60 something, so it wasn't too bad, obviously, but it was just super windy. So if you hear anything, that's what it is.
No,
it's not some guy with it's not a gardener or anything. It's literally the wind, but yeah.
We don't have happy things to talk about. Both teams lost to Virginia Tech this last week.
Yeah, but can I just say, like, one program or one team is in a very different place than the other team? Like, because I feel like there's overreaction with the women's team because of, like, how the men's team is doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Who are we discussing first?
Let's just get the men's over. That's where I'm at with this. Like,
all right, hold on. Let me pull up the stats.
I'll be honest. I didn't even watch the game, but I don't really. I saw snippets of it, and I don't really know.
We saw snippets of it in the team store.
And then the men lost to Virginia Tech by 1, 86-85. It was another one of those things where we had a lead, right? Or was that the women?
No, both.
Both. Yeah. Both teams had issues closing the game out. But like with the men's team, it's the same thing with just lazy defense. Just I don't even know how to describe it. It's just dumb shit.
Well, it's irredeemable, which is why Coach retired. After 40 years, he'd had enough trying to watch these assholes play defense, and you know, every press conference leading up to his retirement, he's got to fix the defense, got to fix the rebounding. And how'd they lose this game? Gave up 5 offensive rebounds on one possession to cut the lead to 2, and then somehow give up an easy shot and a foul up 2 with seconds left. I mean, it's just...
Yeah,
Coach L
have to make them miss.
Yeah, and I think Coach L, you know, he didn't know the solution, but he certainly knew the problem, and still there. It didn't go away. So defense and rebounding.
As far as the good parts of the game, Matthew Cleveland was 7 of 11 for 21 points. Jaleel Bethea was 6 of 9 for 15 points. And Austin Swartz actually was 5 of 7 for 12 points. The starters were Cleveland, Kidd, Johnson, Bethea, and Ugachukwu.
Yeah, Divine and Jaleel combined for 22, right?
Divine had 7, 3 of 5 shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty clear at this point that our best players are Cleveland and Jaleel.
Jaleel hasn't been playing.
Well, I
Jaleel's
mean,
he played 25 minutes.
No, I know, like previous to this though.
For
right,
previous,
but I
yeah,
mean,
I mean, there was a game he played 8 minutes.
Right, but even dating back to like when Coach L was here, I mean, just slamming your head against the wall. Why is it so hard to put the most talented players on the court? This is not complicated. They're not making some difficult decision here. We're bereft of talent. We have a couple of guys that probably belong at a program this level, and we don't play them. Because we brought Cleveland off the bench a bunch of times this year too. Like, I don't understand what's even happening.
Yeah.
The rotations still confuse me. But I will say our starters did play 25 minutes plus. Matt played 34. Lynn Kidd played 29. Brandon Johnson 26. Bethea 25. Ugachukwu 28. And then you had your guys on the bench. Johnson Arigu had played 9 minutes and then promptly entered.
Yeah, we'll talk about him in a second. But I have a problem with the minutes distribution because Jaleel was playing well. Then, like you said, Schwartz came in and actually didn't even play that much, but lit it up. Had a really good stretch. Yeah, and look how many points he scored in 14 minutes.
Yeah.
And they benched Bethea, even though he's playing well. Like, there is no excuse for him playing less minutes than Divine in that game.
Facts.
And so it's still we're happy he's starting to actually, play double-digit minutes because that's been rare. But it's still not enough. Like, there's no reason he shouldn't be at 35 plus a game. It's the best. It's the most. He and Matthew Cleveland should come out for like a water break twice a game, and that's it. Like, bring them out right before TV timeout, and then sub them back in afterwards, like in each half one time.
For weeks now, everyone wants to hate on Matthew Cleveland. He's probably the best player on the team right now.
Well, he's definitely the best player on the team.
So, all the haters in the Matthew Cleveland hate club. I am the president of the Matthew Cleveland fan club. So go F yourselves.
Two shows in a row, you're telling everyone to F themselves.
I mean, it's.
I didn't say the whole word this time.
Yeah. I don't. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
I do want to ask though. How did you all feel about? We were up 2 and we had the ball. How did you all feel about that? I'm assuming that was the play call with the Jaleel ISO and he.
Yeah, we ran ISO Jaleel.
What did That's my friend Clay, who does not follow basketball at all. Hi, Clay.
What's up, Clay?
How did we feel about that shot that the call? Did we like that? Do you think we should have ran something else or
should have gone to Cleveland? He's your best player.
That's what Vish was texting me, that it should be a Cleveland, but they went ISO with Jaleel and then we gave up an and one to lose the game. And can I just say, there's 3 seconds left. We inbound the ball to our post player. You're not trying to break a press. You're trying to get a shot up to win the game. Why are we throwing it to a statue in the center of the court who doesn't dribble with only 3 seconds? Why is that going into him?
Well, because he's tall.
I know, but with 3 seconds left, you don't have time for that. Put someone there.
You kind of do. The problem we have
was so I'll be honest, I didn't watch the ending or anything. I didn't want to deal with that. Was it like an inbound play? They threw it to him at half court.
Yeah.
And then he was supposed to make another pass.
He was supposed to lay it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seconds.
Yeah.
And dished it to Matthew Cleveland, who had no time and just had to throw it with one hand.
Right. But I think you're.
It's easier to take a shot off of that than just you get a full court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think, look, there is no play in the history of basketball that this team was going to execute. So let's just be real. 3 seconds, there's no way.
They at least got it to Lynn Kidd, right?
At that point, why not put Brandon Johnson there? Because Brandon Johnson can actually dribble. He could have caught it.
The play is not to dribble.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
you don't have time
it,
to
does,
dribble.
it doesn't matter. You're asking to throw the ball into the same dude who inexplicably fouled on the previous possession. Which is
Yes,
why
but at least he's mobile with the ball. Like he's like Lynn Kidd looked like a deer in headlights, holding the ball up at half court for 2 seconds.
To be fair, and like this argument, like it doesn't matter, right, Melissa? But like Brandon Johnson has the second. Brandon Johnson has the second highest turnover rate on this team. Like how crazy is that?
Who would be first?
Divine.
No way. Really?
Shocking. Shocking. And please, Vish, please put that in the 2-minute clip.
Would you stop ordering me what to put in the clip, please?
I said please put that in the 2-minute
That's true. You kind of asked, but when you ask, it's more of an order.
So just to have the like official numbers here, Divine 22.6% turnover rate, and Brandon Johnson 20.4.
22.6 is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's worse than I thought.
What's Matthew Cleveland's?
Oh, let me go back. Matthew Cleveland?
Yeah.
His is at 11.3, which is it's the lowest on the team besides
Jaleel,
Austin Schwartz, but like that's like limited.
Yeah.
Really
so he has the lowest out of anyone that plays.
We were hating on Bensley Joseph last year, and I think his turnover thing was like 4.
Oh, turnover, his rate? Let me see what his rate was.
No, these aren't turnovers per game. These are rates.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So just to wait, this is great to know. So I looked at last year. You want to guess what Bensley's was last year? So turnover rate. So remember, Divine's was what 22.6.
Yeah, 22.6.
Yeah, so what do you think Bensley's was?
Single digits.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Come on, Bish.
I don't know. I thought you were going for
it's 21.6, and Keyshawn's was 21.9.
And Keyshawn's playing in the NBA. Oh man.
God, I don't even want to go even further back. Oh wow. Okay.
So there were people commenting that tagged us in a tweet today about the best freshman on the team, and I'm not going to address that. But I was talking with Liam about that because he was also tagged in that tweet. I don't know if we're ready to move on to this, but we were discussing possible head coaches.
Well, I think it's so. Should we talk about Johnson Arrigo first before we
Let's just talk head coaches and then we can talk it since I brought it up.
Okay,
that's a no-vish. We're talking about.
All right, let's go talk about coachings, and we'll go talking about players again because that flows correctly.
Yeah, stay in your lane, okay, Vish. All right, go ahead, Melissa.
No, we were discussing possible head coaches, and then I think somebody interviewed already, or there was a rumor that somebody interviewed, or
yeah.
I worked a bunch of days in a row.
I mean, there might have. I don't know.
I have a sneaking suspicion that some contract extensions are coming for some coaches pretty soon.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. Like, we're not formally interviewing anyone in January. Sorry, unless they're like unemployed,
garnering interest.
Yeah, it's more.
It's a big word for beach, man.
There you go. You're shooted. You came right back strong. Look at this. This is a recovery. This is how you avoid a losing streak.
I did it.
Is there anybody at the top of your list that you want Miami to consider?
Go ahead, Bish. You go first.
I mean, not really. Let's see what shakes loose.
Like, do you want
I don't know what works here.
Our conference head coach. Do you think we're gonna go for like an assistant or?
I want a guy that's like
coach.
No, I want like a proven head coach. I know some people have said like one of the lead assistants from UConn. I mean, I want someone that's like, you know, done it on their own, had success, because it's different being an assistant versus a head coach.
Yeah, but history is also riddled with, you know, guys do well at smaller schools and you bring them up to the big times and they stink. There's no sure way to do it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who's the best like assistant that stepped up into a major program. That wasn't like within the program, but like, because obviously we're not.
Everybody was an assistant at some point.
No, but I mean like that stepped immediately up. Because Matt's not saying don't hire. I mean, obviously everyone's assistant in some ways. He's saying someone with head coaching
straight
experience.
From an assistant.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last one that wasn't like an in-school promotion that actually worked. like to a major program, because we're talking about level jumping, right? Because generally you'd go
Well,
from
'cause, yeah.
assistant at a major program to then coach at like a mid-major. That if you do well there, then coach in an ACC school. You usually don't go straight to. In fact, no one does that. So yeah, I agree with Matt now after talking it out.
I didn't even have to say anything. He just talked to himself and he agreed with me.
So why would it?
Where Vish just talks to camera.
Yeah, well,
See, I can't get Vish to.
as we were busy winning the ACC, and then you guys showed up and look what's happening.
I mean, are we going to talk about names or I don't know?
Throw some out there. Floor is yours.
Are we going to Sean Miller? That's a name.
From
I mean,
where?
if you look at, there was someone that posted the odds of like Miami Hurricanes like next head coach. I know he was up there.
Yeah, Bill
Former.
Courtney at 10-1 made me wad that up into a bunch and throw it into the trash can. There's no way.
Please.
So
no.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's not even.
With respect to Coach Courtney.
No, I mean he's not. He did. This is not insulting to say he's not going to be the head coach next year. I mean that's not an insult at all.
Yeah.
So where is because I'm not familiar with a bunch of coaching names. So where is he coaching currently? Matt.
Sean Miller. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Xavier, right, Vish? It's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xavier, but he was like longtime Arizona coach until he got in trouble.
Yeah, he does have a relationship with Adidas. I'll tell you that. So you know how Coach O was erroneously accused in the FBI thing? Not all the coaches were erroneously accused.
But it's not Miami unless there's a little scandal. Come on now.
So can I mention the names? Like there was
just run through
the
them,
odds that came out. So Sean Miller was 3-1. Will Wade, it doesn't have the odds for Will Wade. I don't know what that means. Another guy that's kind of
got
in trouble at an SEC school. That's crazy. Anthony Grant 5-1.
Where is he at?
He's at Dayton. He's the one that has like Florida. I don't remember. Was he Vish? Do you remember? Was he like an assistant somewhere?
He was an assistant in Florida. He was the coach of Alabama.
Yeah, he was the coach of Alabama.
He was the head coach of Miami High for a while.
Pretty sure Florida knocked off Tennessee. Last I checked, they were up like 25.
Side note: the next.
We don't care. We're in the off season.
Richard Pitino, next one. That's
He's at Mexico right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mustafa, man. I don't know if that's actually the right New Mexico school.
No, I don't think so. I think that was state. Right? Was it? No, wait, no. It is the right one. I think it is the right one.
Mexico, yeah.
Wow, he coached a legend.
My home state.
Ben McCall, the coach of Drake, literally has like barely been there. He's a former D2 head coach, like long time. Had a lot of success at that level, but I don't really know how that name. I think that's just like a hot name because Drake was doing so well and no one expected it. And then Bill Courtney is 10-1. Brad Underwood. I don't know about that one. I don't see that happening. I don't see him leaving.
Why would he leave now?
Yeah. And then Archie Miller. Who's Bucky McMillan? McMillan? I don't even know who that is.
Rocky, we're reading through the betting odds from top to bottom.
They're all 16-1, those three guys I mentioned.
Bucky,
and then Chris
McMillan.
Caputo, Chris Mack, Eric Conkle are all 18-1, and then Adam Fisher, Bryce Drew, name I like, Greg McDermott, Kamani Young, Speedy Claxton are all 20-1, and then Rick Pitino's 50-1.
Yeah, Bucky McMillan is Samford's coach.
So
I guess we'll have one player back next year, Stanton McRae.
I kind of want more of an established head coach than someone who's been at GW for like 2 years.
That's fair.
Caputo,
but I know Bucky McMillan, he's been at Samford for a while. And they made the tournament like 3 or 4 times, right?
I think only once.
Oh, only once? Okay, never mind. No.
Well, I mean, it's a one-bid league, so it's what it is.
But man, Shaka Smart, that dude's been around though.
Where is
he still at Marquette?
No, Sorry, Marquette, and then he was at Texas before that.
from VCU
And
originally.
then,
That's where he
yeah,
made his name.
VCU.
It's a great name, Shaka Smart.
I know. I would love to have Shaka Smart. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
But
It's crazy to me that the two pictures above me are now our retired coaches.
yeah, our intro is so outdated now.
It really is.
It's still good. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for my photo from Noah, but he's busy. He'll send it to me eventually. I have a photo with Coach Cullup.
Oh, there you go.
That's what
Well,
that paper is.
Well, the team we went to that tip off dinner. They took like formal photos with us, so we're waiting for them to send them.
Oh,
I didn't get them to take it with my phone. They had like their own photographer.
Yeah,
Noah was gonna send it to me, but he's busy. But every time we see him, he reminds me that.
yeah, he did. He tracked us down at a game. It's like, don't worry, I didn't forget.
How about Billy Donovan?
isn't he coaching or he's not
Chicago.
coaching?
Is he not coaching the Bulls anymore? Did he get
I
fired?
thought he was.
No, he's still in Chicago. Liam actually brought that up to me. He's like, he can't like coaching for the Bulls. Have him come to Miami.
I can't imagine him come to Miami.
Oh my god, if he brought Keith Stone to be on staff, I would lose my mind. I'd be so happy.
We had a legitimate reason to mention him for once.
It will forever be in our intro, though. That's never changing.
That's what I said. I'm not changing the intro. The intro's good. The
No,
clips are good.
We do need to add some call-up clips in there, though.
We don't need to do anything.
You need to add some call-up clips in there.
I don't need to do anything. Yeah. So out of that, we just listed out like 10 names. Who you got? Who would you pick out of that, or you go off the board?
Oh god. I wasn't prepared for this.
Wait, I mean, you named some of them, right? So you like Bryce Drew.
I like Bryce Drew, but that's like to me that's like if you don't hit like one of the bigger names, it's
So who's the bigger name? Well, first of all, let me ask it this way: Do you have any concerns with, Will Wade, Sean Miller? They have baggage.
No.
Okay.
Well, am I worried or will I care in the moment? And I mean, honestly, I have to recap on like what Sean Miller did exactly. It's because that's been, how long has it been since he?
It's been, what was that, 4 or 5 years maybe?
That's it? Dang, I thought it was longer ago. Okay.
I'll look.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
He was at Arizona until 2021, actually. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's when he was fired. The stuff was from before then.
Yeah, it was from before then. I would be. I don't know if I even want to say this like on the show. I think I'd be worried if we hired. Like, I would be more concerned about hiring someone that had other personal issues. Kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my head would be at. Yeah. I mean, because like Sean Miller's like a hell of a coach.
Hi, Evan.
Shout out to Evan. We'll eventually do the F1 show again.
Well, actually, you know what I just thought of too? Sean Miller right now, let me double check this. I believe. Wait, is he on? Oh, maybe I have to research this. There's a guy that played at Fountain Valley that I think is on Xavier now.
Oh, so you can get the scoop. You can backchannel.
Former Baron. I think I need to look it up right now. I don't remember if it was Xavier. Yeah.
What about you, Melissa? Any concerns with hiring?
It depends on what it is, honestly.
Okay, any concerns with hiring someone whose resume includes dismissed for culpability in, quote, the FBI cheating scandal? Just that. Should hesitate. That's Dusty May. He went to Michigan.
Yeah, he's at Michigan.
Yeah, he's not leaving.
I don't know.
Well-
I mean, I want someone that's gonna get us back to winning.
There you go, Melissa.
So
I like this. Last year was rough, but like this year is 20 times worse. It hurts my heart.
Hey, and you know, man, he's gonna be in the trenches. He's gonna be okay with dealing with the NIL stuff. Because he's done it already before it was even. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Sorry.
yeah, I
can't
just
have another one of these seasons again, man. It hurts my heart.
I mean I've sat through a lot more of them than you have. You don't know what the Perry Clark era was.
No.
Actually, Frank Cave had quite a few of these, so
It's definitely going to be an attractive position. It's Miami. It's the ACC. It's Miami. I think we've shown that we're willing to spend the money. So I mean,
my concern with if you hire Sean Miller or Will Wade or someone like that is, I know we shouldn't care, but I mean, look what they did to Coach L. Like, what are they going to do with these guys? Like, it's a distraction.
Doom.
what up, Doom?
What's the thumbnail?
It's Rich eating Chick-fil-A.
You traitor, Vish.
Look, man, we were driving back from Orlando. We just blown the bowl game, and there was Chick-fil-A there. I was like, all right, went to
It
the
was
drive there.
really good.
Yes, it was actually warm, which was a change from how they normally serve it, and so yeah.
It was really
We had Chick-fil-A, which was actually better because I was eating while I was driving. So, you know, Popeyes actually put sauce and stuff on there so it can get messy. So
You could have had sauce. They gave
I
us
know.
sauce.
Oh no, she literally held up a cup of sauce in front of my face. So it was definitely offered.
The worst thing is when they like forget to give you sauce and it's like a miserable experience. It's awful.
I ate that thing dry.
I've never had them forget to give me sauce.
Oh, it's happened to me.
You have
twice.
reserve packets anyway, it doesn't matter. Back on topic. Like I just it's a distraction to have to like constantly deal with that sideshow, and you know we have to do it anyway even when everything's above board and it's someone like Coach L. I can't imagine how long it's going to take. I would say less than 30 seconds before every other question at a press conference is about how we're cheating. And so I know we shouldn't care, but I do have some concerns about just like the amount of bullshit we're gonna have to wade through.
I don't want like the entirety of the program.
Wade through. Will Wade. Great one.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I don't think any real names are going to be announced in the middle of the season.
It's way too early.
But
No,
ideally, we take care of this pretty early on in the off season. I don't want this rolling through half of the off season, and then we're like not getting anyone in the portal, and we have like no players next year.
we'll fill the team.
Can't get worse, can it?
Said that last year. And
So
yet here we are.
I'm gonna talk about Isaiah Johnson.
So yeah, our
Yeah.
freshman Isaiah Johnson Irugu, who hasn't really played much anyway, hit the transfer portal.
I mean, to me, it's just like, the guy that brought him here is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those that aren't aware, because Coach O retired, they automatically kicks into a 30-day window where they can enter the portal. So
When was the day that he like?
For the rest of the year, though, like, can he play on another team this year?
no,
So what's the point?
I think
Like, why not just stay the year and play?
first answering Matt's question, I want to say it was December 26th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was the 26th. So should I? Well, what's the point to get away from this program? I wasn't even making a joke. It's the reality.
No, I know. I'm laughing because it's true.
It's that bad, and I think
Yeah.
I think the bigger question is, who do we think will actually be on this team next year, if anybody?
None.
Yeah, I go none. Yeah, FSU tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, I don't
shit,
think.
we play tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's back. You experience this. Like, why would you? You would have to. It would. Well, first of all, I mean, some of them are automatically gone, right? Lynn Kidd,
Matthew
uh,
Cleveland, Lynn Kidd, Brandon Johnson, Nigel
I thought
Pack.
Brandon. Who has a year left? Staten McRae has a year left.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Stan
Brand-
McRae.
Yeah.
I thought Brandon Johnson did too. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, he's a senior.
No,
unless-
he. Well, actually,
Is he gonna get a year because he did
junior college.
junior college? Is that a part of basketball now too?
We could have the guy with the second highest turnover rate back next year.
We could have them both. We could have the highest and the second highest.
And you got to think that Kyrie Huey's probably just gonna redshirt. He might not stay, but I mean, he might. Why waste your last year of eligibility?
Yeah, just collect the gear and then transfer to another school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm like, yeah, a lot of them are gone anyway, but yeah, if we're looking at Jaleel, I'd be shocked. Austin Schwartz probably, maybe, depending on who the coach is.
Damn, dude. Devine's turnover rate is higher than his 3-point
Do you
percentage.
think Joe Bay transfers? I don't know that he's gonna get much offers at other places.
So I think there's two elements to this, though, right? So first of all, I don't know. It depends on the coach, but that also layers into people are gonna be asked to leave.
Oh, when the comes in.
Yeah, like get the hell out of my. So it's gonna be a mix of both.
I mean, there's no one here that.
The players that could stay that are left on the team because Irigu already transferred is Joe Bay, who will be a junior, McRae, that'll be a senior, and then Austin Schwartz and Jaleel Bethea.
And
then
Divine.
Well, let me ask you something. Depending on who we
Kyrie-
hire, do you think there's a shot that Jaleel Bethea would stay?
Nah. I don't think there's a
Like
snowball.
we get like a Sean Miller or like a, you know what I mean, like a big name.
I doubt it. I would be shocked.
I'd say unlikely, but not out of the realm of possibilities. He can't go pro off of this.
No.
So if it's someone that comes in that's like, hey, I'll actually let you play. And depending, I don't know what his experience off the court has been in Miami. That would probably drive a lot of it, which we don't really know. I would say out of those guys, the likeliest to be back is probably Jove. I don't know what kind of options he has.
Yeah.
And he's good enough to not get thrown out of the program. Some of these, like, I do wonder if Kyrie Huey is even asked back. He was a borderline take to begin with. I don't know if another coach is going to be like, oh, yeah, let's roll with this guy. So.
And then there's a question of our signing class. Are those two guys going to stick around and actually come in?
I think it just depends on the coach.
Yeah, it depends on the coach. They at least haven't had to experience this season, so. So there's that, yeah. And
I wonder if us keeping any of our assistants, like when we get a new coach, if he keeps Kimball or Irving, if that will help in retaining anybody.
might have the opposite effect.
I don't know. Irving was a big part of Jaleel's recruitment, wasn't he?
No, that's not a reflection on. So I would say without drastic, and obviously that's coming because the head coach is going, but without drastic, complete course correction, you're going to see all these guys hit the portal. So even if it's the assistant you like, the continuity is not a good thing in the program right now for trying to keep people actually in an ironic way. You got to show that we're flushing the season and it's something completely different. Who's going to sign up for this again? If you have options, you get out. It's 2 years in a row, too.
All right, let's talk about the women.
All
Wait,
right.
we didn't even wait. Hold on. We didn't even talk about Nigel Pack.
He hasn't played.
Yeah, we got news. He's seeing a specialist apparently. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Is it an
if he-
eligibility specialist?
I wouldn't be surprised if he hires a lawyer to try and get the season back.
Yeah.
The NCAA tends to back down in these situations because they don't want to set a precedent. So they tend to just look the other way and just not have the fight. Now, to me, that'll enter him into the portal, not stay here for year number 4 at Miami. So, yeah, if he can get any eligibility back, I'm assuming he would use a different school.
Yeah. I think so. Maybe he'll go play at Purdue or something.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right, let's talk about the women.
Oh boy. So
The women lost to Virginia Tech at home. We were up, 8?
no,
Up, I don't even know what we were up, but we were up like 11, and we didn't score for the final like 7.5 minutes of the game, and Virginia Tech won.
7 minutes.
well, we scored. We made some.
We didn't have a
throws.
field goal.
Yeah, we made free throws.
Virginia Tech ended up winning by 4. Leading scorers, Cam Williams had 15. She was 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Jasmine had 13. Haley had 12. 12 and 6 rebounds. Hannah had 9. And Nat had 5. And Leah Harmon had 6. Good things from the game. Darian Rogers was back. Good to see her back on the court.
She hit at least one. She had a 2, didn't she?
She hit a 2.
Did she have a little floater?
She hit a 3 at the end of a quarter and kind of had a little mid-range floater to end one of the quarters. Vish, what are your thoughts?
It's rough times. We didn't.
It was kind of like a must-have game too.
It's not it's one that, because of the way the game played out, it's a big miss. You have to make that game up somewhere now by upsetting someone, because again, it's not that Virginia Tech's bad. They're also they're actually kind of similar to us in terms of profile. You're up 11 at home in the fourth quarter, though. You got to finish that game off, and that's the same. I thought one encouraging thing is I thought in the first half both teams struggled offensively because our quickness bothered them and their length bothered our guards. But I thought in the second half, we did until the last 5 or so minutes, we did a much better job just being physical with them, even though we were undersized. Shot the ball quicker when we were open, didn't hesitate, so we could get the ball up over them. And that's why we had that third quarter where we scored the ball well, hit some shots to start the fourth quarter, and then obviously fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
Shooting wise, so I thought that was a positive sign until it kind of went away at the end there.
Another big thing was the turnovers. We had 19.
Yeah, again, a
It's
lot
not
of
just
was
the turnovers; it's the points off turnovers too. There was at least like 2 or there was one that Cam, like I think she got a steal or something, and she was trying to throw it to Haley and just like gave them a layup. There's a few others too.
Yeah, we got an inbounds pass stolen on a dead ball under our own basket, and then they missed the layup and actually ended up hitting a 3, so that one hurt bad.
We had 17 points off turnovers.
It was to me too, it's like it wasn't even turnovers necessarily that they were playing some sort of like pressure defense and they were getting to us. It was a lot of just like
stupid mistakes,
like dribbling off your foot and like fumbling the ball out of bounds.
I think their length really bothered us, and it caused some of that. Like not that they were tipping the ball, just that it got in our heads a little bit. We were hesitating on stuff and just shoot the ball, make the pass. The way you turn the ball over, other than what you were talking about, which is like pressuring them, actively stealing it, is you hesitate. You don't make the play. It throws you out of the rhythm and off. And we did that repeatedly. Because again, their players were all tall, like their guards were all taller. It was noticeably so. And I think, we were hesitating to shoot, hesitating to make the pass. We still make, as much as we especially in the second half, made a concerted effort to run the ball through the post and through Jasmine actually on the perimeter. We still throw some of the dumbest entry passes. Like we waste possessions. I think it was the first possession in the second half where Nat tried to like throw a whatever, like tried to from the top of the key beyond the 3-point line, throw a lob post entry pass to the opposite. I'm like, that's not even an angle to throw that in there.
Yeah.
All season.
So that I mean, the turnovers are there. It's been a problem in every game, and it still is here.
I mean, the last 7 minutes, I wrote it down because I was like, damn. It was Jazz stepped out of bounds. I think Haley got it stolen, leading to a 3. Then had an offensive foul. It was either Haley or Hannah.
I think it was Hannah on the
and
one
then-
under the basket. Yeah.
No, it was like she was bringing it up, and she just pushed off.
Well, there was that one towards the end that they called a charge, that they called a blocking foul that was like obviously a charge.
Yeah, this one wasn't under the basket. It was like she was bringing it up, and she just like extended her arm. Like Nat missed a putback that was like pretty close. The miscommunication on like a wide open layup of like who was guarding the switch. Cam made the free throws, and then again like lost the shooter because of a miscommunication when she drilled that 3. I think it was to go up by 1.
Yeah, it was kind of a secondary. It was they kind of rotate the ball around, just no one closed out. By the way, no one closed out on Karis Baker is her name, as she dropped 7 threes in her face, and no one closed out the entire damn game. It's just not acceptable.
Yeah,
one
of those was
Miscommunications.
miscommunications.
Couldn't close. Like we had this game won.
Yeah, but even that's what kept them in the game. And I think, God, I wrote the number.
Well, and then also
tweeted
too,
it,
when Nat fouled her at the end on that 3-point shot, it was because she like lost where she was. I don't know if you noticed, and then she was like, "Oh shit!" and she ran out to close out and just totally like almost tackled her.
Yeah, I'm curious why we didn't do some overplaying and some ball denial there and just keep the ball out of her hands.
But yeah, and like you shouldn't be in the paint and help side when you're guarding someone like that. You should literally just be next to them after they've made.
Well, I mean, at some point you say, okay, we're not leaving her. I don't care if they get a layup.
Mhm.
You just gotta stay home.
We were over helping.
Well, I mean, she had 7 threes, and as Matt said, she also got fouled on another one when we closed out of control.
I mean, essentially 8 threes.
Yeah,
I don't even know if she made all 3 free throws.
But I think she missed one of them. The second one, I think.
So,
but yeah, that was and we got, it's the same thing, right? We got outscored heavily at the 3-point line and turned it over a bunch.
Yeah,
that'll lose you a game
for sure.
they were 11 of 29 from 3. We were 5 of 17.
Yep, 18-point deficit.
And they were shooting 38% from 3. That's pretty decent.
Well, one player made 7 of those 11, so
Yeah.
maybe cover her.
Yeah.
That one's rough because that's a game you should easily win at that point when you're up 11. So we've had issues closing games this season.
Yeah, and even when we've won, there's been, remember that Pitt game?
Yep. Quinnipiac.
Well, I mean, that one we actually blew it and had to hit that wild 3-pointer before we started time. But the Pitt game was, we were up 2 or 4 was it, and then like no one scored for the last 5 minutes until they had to foul.
Well, even against Florida, we were up big and they got to within 3. We don't know how to play with leads. So the scoring is there. We do it in bunches, and then we just have these.
You know what I would like to see? Sorry, Melissa.
Go ahead.
Is we ran a few things, and like, I mean, I've been a little hit or miss with the game, so I don't know how much they've been doing this recently, but the whole like rescreen for Jazz to get like a mid-range, she got a mid-range jumper from it like 3 or 4 times. I'd like to see them do that, towards the end of the games more.
Her mid-range shot is really, really good.
Yeah, and she hit all of them because she got wide open from it.
We need other people to step up and try to play make, because they were hounding Haley like crazy. And she's kind of been our playmaker when it comes to those things. So we need other guards and wings to step up. And Vish mentioned it already, the entry passes into the post. I want to see Cam get touches because she gets good looks. I don't feel like she really ever takes a bad shot when she's posting, but some of our entry passes are not helping her. it's putting her in a tough position where she kind of has to reestablish and get her footing and everything.
Well, I
Whereas-
think too, where it affects her too is she gets frustrated because like she's not getting the ball, and so when she does get it, she like looks to kick it out a little too late, right? But I mean, I
because she's really good. I mean, I keep saying it, her footwork is elite.
yeah,
I would like to see her get more touches, but I also would like to see the entry passes be a little bit more crisp. So when she's kind of already established in the post and she gets the ball, she doesn't have to reset or fumble with the ball. She's ready to go.
yeah. I will say that she had a little bit of trouble too, like sealing. I don't remember what number she was on VT, but she had a little bit of trouble. So it did look like it was. There were a few times where it looked like it was hard to get it into her.
Yeah.
But
Her seals when she's like sealing out when someone's driving are so good. The
Yeah.
Raptors both have gotten layups off like she just seals down in the post when they're driving and then it's like wide open for them. So she's got good IQ, good basketball IQ.
I don't know. I feel like we waste possessions trying to force the ball into her. It's a bit of a black hole because she's not a good passer. So when it gets in there, if she can't score, the possession's dead.
yeah.
Like I don't recall very many ball goes in the post and comes back out for a good look. And so it is a little bit of pick your poison. If it's going to her, she's gonna have to score. Otherwise, you're not gonna get any out of that possession.
Something to work on. But we also need to,
work on when it's January. She's a 5th-year senior.
No, but like our shooters aren't hitting threes either. So when she gets the ball down into the post, defenses are collapsing because we're not making threes. I mean, a lot of the time she's getting doubled. They're helping her.
Her passing is not where it needs to be. It's not like we're getting open shots and missing them off of that. It's everything's slow and stuck. It needs to go faster, and we need to be more decisive, and we're not. That's where the turnovers are coming from across the board. It's not Cam Williams' problem; it's a team problem.
Yeah.
Against better opponents, we hesitate, we turn the ball over, we don't execute. And yeah, the shooting's a problem. But at what point are we just not a good shooting team? I mean, I don't.
We're not a good 3-point shooting team.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to all of a sudden start going in. Yeah. So.
But like our offense, like and that's a problem is because we're small. And teams are shooting over us, our best offense is in transition. And if the other team's making buckets.
But even then, again, against better teams, it's not easy to run and they're athletic and they get back on defense. And this is.
Our half-court offense, I feel, needs a little bit more like fluidity and less chaos.
I think our guards need to be more decisive and just get to the mid-range and shoot the ball.
I feel like Haley's doing that, but I feel like this last game they were hounding her. And so she wasn't able to do it as much. And so it was even more chaotic because she wasn't able to do as much.
I mean, we were in control with 7 minutes left and then didn't score. So.
Yeah, but we could have easily had a bigger lead.
I mean, how? I don't know.
I gotta say, Leah Harmon had like a few really impressive drives.
She attacks the rim and just
she finds the driving lanes really well.
Again, we're such a high turnover team that getting shots up matters.
Yeah.
And so she does that.
I will say, my dog, man. I mean,
Nay.
The thing with Nay though is like. I feel like she's kind of a wild card offensively. Like when she's forcing turnovers and gets in transition, she can be like effective. But she also, I feel like the way she plays, like she can be a little bit turnover prone. I don't know how many she had this game. I think, was it like 4? I think it was 4, right? It honestly could have been more. There was a couple times she dribbled off her foot or made a bad pass, but we still got it. She just needs to slow down a little bit on offense. But she's just such a monster defender.
I don't know if it was Vish, but I know Matt gave me a hard time because I said I think she needs to play a little bit more under control. Earlier in the season, I said she was going too fast.
Offensively?
Yes.
I didn't disagree with you.
So it was nice to see Leah get a little bit more minutes.
She was playing well, and
she was playing well.
We need the
I mean,
offense.
It like we said this before, it's going to pay dividends down the line. Having her and Adams, get decent amount of playing time as true freshmen. Because again, like the men's team, most of this team is seniors as well. So
Yeah.
I'm also assuming Simone is just redshirting.
Yeah, probably at this point.
Yeah. Which sucks because we could use her length on the wing, but it is what it is. Because the only people we'll have back next year, assuming they stay, is Almon, Abis, Hilton, and the freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have
We
five
have
freshmen.
freshmen coming in
Jeez.
a top 10 recruiting class. Yo, that Camille Williams, man. I've seen some of her highlights. I'm excited. I mean, all of our incoming freshmen look really good in high school, but she's like a top 30 player. Tall. I think she's 5'11". So some length at guard. And also, I'm glad she's not on the team this year because Cameron Williams and Camille Williams would have gotten really confusing. You all right there, Vish? You look very serious.
No, I don't know.
Cold?
We're 1-3 in conference.
Listen, we got a lot more games to try and win. The season's still young for the women. The men, it's over, but
It's the same
How
point. in the
crazy.
season.
January 7th. The season's over.
Actually, they play less. They play less games.
No, you're not wrong.
In Charleston Southern.
You're not wrong. It's just crazy to hear that.
The season was over after we got run out the building at the Charleston Classic.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying it's crazy to say that someone's season, Miami basketball season, is over January 7th. It's just the idea of it.
So
I don't know. The women are a couple of losses away from being in the same boat. They need to win games now. It was a better performance, but lost anyway. And it was a better performance against a worse team, though. Some of what we're seeing isn't acceptable. And it's chronic as well. Now they have a week off, which is good because they need it. They need to practice, to be honest, which I'm sure they're doing this week, probably heavily, before heading out to Syracuse on Sunday. So that'll help because I think our coaches are good teachers.
Yep.
But the million turnovers a game, and I can hear. I mean, if you go to our games, there's unfortunately not a lot of people. You can hear her yelling like, "Hey, pick the ball up! Hey, what are you doing? Hey, move over here!" It's a bunch of fifth-year seniors. It's not. Come on,
Yeah.
she shouldn't have to even do that, but she is. I mean, we gave up 1-3 on an offensive rebound. The ball landed on the ground. I could hear a shout from the bench, "Pick the ball up," and no one did. And they did that. They picked it up, and of course, no one covered Karis Baker, number 10, and she dragged a 3 in our face. It's like, well, that didn't need to happen.
We gotta find a way to knock a few turnovers off our totals in these games because
we need to find a win somewhere to kind of get some positivity going.
Syracuse, we gotta win.
It's at Syracuse, and then I believe we host BC after that. Those are 2 winnable games to try and get back to 500.
We need them.
And then because then it gets I think after that's
and we have a stretch of 5 ranked teams in a row.
Yeah, it's I think culminating with Notre Dame, who might be the best team in the country. So.
It's Coach Cullop's first year. I really like obviously we haven't won a bunch of ACC games. We won what we were supposed to win in the non-conference. She can obviously recruit. She's a good teacher. So year 1 under the Cullop era, obviously we're going to see how it goes, but I think we'll see progress over.
This year is always going to be a little bit
transition.
It's a mess. It is what it is, right? I mean, we have a coaching change.
I think she did a really good job in putting a team together, considering everybody left. So we were right in this game. We kind of lost it for ourselves.
I mean, we were more than in it. That's the problem. It wasn't like it was a back and forth game. We came up short. We blew it
for ourselves, and hopefully, some of this, gets worked on in practice, and the next time we're in this position, we keep that 11-point lead. So we'll see. We got a really good recruiting class coming in next year, and she can obviously recruit from the portal. So I think I think we're headed in the right direction as far as program.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the program. I think this
I know, I'm just
season.
trying to end this on a happy note.
Well, I am too, in a way, right? Because
Yeah.
we're talking very specific about this. We're again, I hate to always compare the women to the men. The men's program is a dumpster fire that we don't know when we're going to put out. Like, let's be real. It's burning out of control until the season ends, and then whoever comes in. The women's almost the opposite. It's on steady ground, and we're kind of in the shaky part now, just as residual fallout from a coaching change. I just don't want the season. Like, we lose on Sunday, we're pretty much.
We're getting real wrong.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're like, all right, we're gonna have to beat Notre Dame and Georgia Tech and someone else too to like get those wins back. So.
I mean, anything's possible. We beat NC State at home last year, and they made.
Yeah, but we still finished below 500 in conference, and we learned a lesson last year.
Yeah.
So we need to. Yeah, and we.
The next 2 games are pretty much must-haves. You got to win these.
Yeah, so that's what my comments were about. Wasn't about the direction of the program. It's fine.
The direction of the program is good, though. I got faith in Coach Cullup.
Yeah, no, the program.
I'll have even more faith when I get the picture from Noah, so I can put it on my wall.
That's not going in the 2-minute clip. So.
All right. We don't have a Mount Trashmore. Any quick suggestions so we can get this rolling?
Well, real quick, just on this, upcoming games, we mentioned this. FSU is at the Watt tomorrow at 7 p.m. If your lawyer is looking to serve Leonard Hamilton with more lawsuits, you can do that at halftime, maybe.
What if we just list off our most hated, like, former FSU basketball players?
I would have to do some research. I can't just
really
off the top of my head. I'm
really?
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I got a few
I follow
already.
Basketball like crazy, but other teams, honestly, I don't care.
I hated Anthony Polite. I hated that guy.
I don't even know who that is.
Him.
I mean, 2 seasons ago, I hated Matthew Cleveland. Now he's my favorite Canes player, and when they release those orange jerseys, I'm hoping to get a number 0 one. So, what about what Rushmores have we done that we can do Trashmores of?
You got the list there. So.
I know, I'm looking. Movies so bad they're good. That was one of my favorite ones that we did.
I mean, it's going to take research. We can't do it now. We never unloaded the Trashmore of movies that are popular that everyone says are good that suck. But
did we ever do the Trashmore of breakfast foods?
Rushmore
We had talked about doing a Rushmore of breakfast foods, and I think we changed it to cereals.
We did.
We can do worst breakfast foods. Oh, do you want to do worst cereals?
I think just you can expand out to breakfast
Let's
foods.
just do breakfast foods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do cereals? Because I wasn't there when you guys did cereals.
Wait, what? We did a Rushmore without you?
We did. Yeah, because we did it with Max.
No, I had something come up.
Oh, because Max showed up like starts with an M. California, same difference. We just plugged them in.
So wait, are we doing Trashmore cereals?
Yeah.
Okay, Trashmore cereals. Who wants to go first? We'll do Snake.
Let me just pull up a quick.
I mean, I can go first.
Go ahead.
So, shredded wheat, but not the frosted.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yes. There are some that just plain ass wheat.
Can I go?
Yes,
Go
yes,
ahead,
you can.
Raisin Bran. I despise raisins.
I was going to say that. Are we doing repeats or no? We don't have to. It's okay.
No, I don't think we can do repeats.
My next one is Special K.
Really? I like Special K.
I don't like those bland ass ones.
Of course you do, Fish.
What?
Oh, are we doing Snake?
Isn't that the old people cereal?
Oh, okay.
Is it? No, I feel like they
I
have
always-
special ones that are old people. No, like those are like what is it, like brand something or other? Those are the Special K is basically just like cornflakes, but a little bit. I think it's using a different. But they have like Special K with like chocolate in it and stuff too. They got all the flavors.
This is gonna be. I think this was on somebody's Rushmore, but I hate Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, I think that was on my
I don't
Rushmore.
blame you.
What's wrong with you? Some awful takes.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
It is your turn.
What was the one? Is it the Pops cereal, the corn flavored one?
Oh, corn pops.
Corn Pops? Yeah, not a fan of those. I'll just throw those on the list.
All your cereal takes for both of you are off, just because they don't agree with me. So I should go eat an Almond Joy after this. Do I have?
You know they have Almond Joy cereal.
No, they don't. But
Yeah, they don't because no one would eat it because it sucks.
it's coconut. Like, what are you gonna put coconut in cereal?
Yeah, you never know.
I wonder if I have Almond Joy in this house. I haven't been here in forever. Let's see. Oh wait, I had one. Oh, so this is the one that, like, as a kid, you're like, oh, I gotta eat that, and it's disgusting. Wheaties.
Yeah.
You're just going
It's
on
like-
all the wheat stuff, huh?
No, like Michael Jordan's on the box. You're like, shit, man, I gotta eat that to be like Michael Jordan. Tastes like asshole. All right, it's me again, right? Snake.
Oh yeah, it's you again. Yeah, go ahead.
I think so. All right, I will see Melissa's Honey Nut Cheerios and go with the plain Cheerios. Those are the ones that are gross. The Honey Nut are good. Just like honey and nuts.
You know what? This might be a hot take.
Uh,
So, for what it's supposed to be, I think it's trash because it doesn't even taste good. And that's Cookie Crisp. It tastes like it doesn't even taste like cookies or anything. It just tastes like tastes like ass.
man, I'm neutral positive on Cookie Crisp. Definitely not trash more for me, but yeah, no. If I'm getting a chocolate, it's Cocoa Pebbles all day.
Yeah, for like what it's supposed to be. It's like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can still tolerate them though. If there's worse cereals.
Possibly a hot take, but I hate Apple Jacks. Not a fan
Hater.
of the apple cereal. And
I just thought of one. Okay.
and my last one.
Don't take mine, Melissa. Because I'm gonna have to actually look for another one.
Life.
I actually like Life cereal. You
I
people
love
suck.
Life cereal.
I hate Life cereal.
Oh my
Well,
god.
she
Cinnamon
didn't-
Life would be on my Rushmore, dog.
Like the plain Life, I don't like. It has it has no flavor.
No, it's
All
got
right.
those little sugar crystals in it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. What's your
It's like
fourth?
the best healthy cereal.
It's actually
Um,
healthy though. It's got,
No, it's not, but it seems like it might be, but I'm gonna go with Honey Smacks. These things are nasty. Vish disconnected himself when he coughed.
Honey Smacks. That was actually what I was looking at too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Honey Smacks. Fish
not
probably loves them though. He's about to tell me why I suck because I don't like them.
I don't even know what Honey Smacks are.
Oh, okay.
What's your fourth?
So,
Dave?
God, I'm looking. This is a tough one. Some of these don't count. Like, what the fuck is ice cream cones? I'm looking at like a list of cereals. Oh man, there's something called Jurassic Park Crunch. Why didn't I eat that? Let's see. And I'm gonna find something. Oh god, they don't really eat that in this country.
Cracklin Oat Bran. Ew.
I mean, I don't want to go with another. Like, there's so many disgusting ass like wheat, whole wheat. I'm trying to avoid one of those.
Yeah, like the Kashi cereals.
Yeah, exactly. I scroll past a lot of those on this list of. I'm trying to do something that's not. Um,
I'm scrolling past cereals and I'm finding all of my favorites, like Reese's Puffs, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruit Loops, such good ones.
Gremlin cereal.
Oh, it's also bad? Tricks.
I don't think I've ever actually had Tricks before.
what the hell is wrong with Tricks?
Fuego Toast Crunch. What the fuck?
Cheerios.
There's some random cereals here, and I can't find one that I don't want to just like go like Weetabix or something because it's like fucking boring. Fiber One, like there's some disgusting shit here. Ooh, I like Crispix.
C3POs.
Yo, I ate Crispix all the time as a kid.
They're so good.
My mom would make that for me for breakfast, pour me a bowl of
Oh, you're nasty fucking puffins. Whatever the.
I don't even
Wait,
know.
what the hell's a puffin?
You haven't had the puffin cereal? Is it like a Trader Joe's cereal? I think or something.
Is it even on
Let me
this list
see.
of breakfast cereals Wikipedia?
It might be discontinued.
Here it is, Puffins, Barbara's Bakery.
Dude, that shit is nasty.
Oh, it's a Weetabix company. It's just Weetabix.
I'm changing mine. What was my third one again? What did I say? It was like kind of
Is it
a.
Raisin
I'm taking
Bran,
off.
Pops, Cookie Crisp, and Honey Smacks.
Put Puffins instead of Cookie Crisp. I don't want the record. I need the record to show that I put that.
All right, I'm just going with plain ass cornflakes. Why would you eat those when Frosted Flakes exist?
Fair enough.
Give me the sugar.
I don't know if you heard my phone ring. I apologize. My mom was calling me. I think she forgot that I was potting.
I didn't. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I didn't hear it.
I heard it through my speakers. I didn't know if you guys heard it or not.
Oh no, I didn't. That I heard.
That I heard too. Yeah.
I think she was just calling to say goodnight.
Call your mother.
She wasn't feeling well the last couple of days, so I'm just making sure she's okay. Just a little upper respiratory situation.
Call your mother's name like a bakery here. Anyway,
Final thoughts?
So a little bit of news. I think I have told you guys this briefly. I don't know. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I have entered the transfer portal for where I am taking my business when it comes to dinner. I am no longer taking my business to Chipotle. Just the portion size, the cost, just not worth it anymore. And I'm announcing my decision tonight. I am taking my talent and hunger to Kava. I have been going there 3 or 4 times a week with Monica. I don't know if you guys have ever had it.
I don't even know what
I have. They're all over the place here. That's a hefty man. You weren't getting the playing time, so you went down a level. Like what happened here?
Nah, man, just couldn't do it anymore. It was too inconsistent. The chicken's been bad. Even the barbacoa, which is probably like the most reliable meat, it's been super off too. Just had to do it, man. And the portion sizes too. It's just they were good for a little bit. Once the CEO came out and said, "Oh no, we never changed the size," and I left one time because they didn't give me enough rice. I was like, "Are you still going to charge me full price?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, see ya." Hit the road, man. Never look back. Kava all the way. I wish I had a Kava t-shirt so I could show it. I don't. Go Barons, though.
Yeah,
Big game
Barons.
on Friday.
We done?
Yep.
Cue the Sox outro. Don't cry. Keep it chill. Wear good socks.
Buckets.